Hi, this is Colby from the Colby Cast, and you're listening to Star Wars Reactions. Elegant discussion for a more civilized age.
There's been an awakening. Have you felt it?
In 1977, George Lucas formed a legacy.
Force is with me, and I am with the Force.
Inspired by mythology, his saga has become a passion for many.
Leave the Force around you.
His legend has become our story.
It's true. All
One of resistance,
we are the spark that'll light the fire that'll burn the First Order down.
rebellion,
Rebellion is built on hope.
and redemption.
I am a Jedi, like my father before.
This is Star Wars Reactions.
Remember, the Force will be with you. Always.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting edition of Star Wars Reactions. We're going to have a great show for you tonight. We are so excited to be back behind the mics. Both of us, for the first time since Ocala Comic Con. It's going to be a great night because there is some good things to react to this week. So let's get some introductions out of the way and get the party started. My name is Aaron Harrison. Joining me is the man, the myth, the legend, the Mando to my Grogu, the David Motters. David, what's up, brother?
Hey, my brother. Well, what's up is we're recording again. We did it at Ocala Comic Con, and that is hard to beat, man. That was one of the best weekends I've ever had. Spending time with you, Mary and Chaz, with Greg, it was incredible, and the whole Rebels crew, and Katie Sackhoff and Tate Fletcher, and oh my gosh, what that's tough to beat. That's going to be tough to beat. But I'm ready to react, and just excited to be on. I mentioned it to you before we started recording. Thank you for always doing those Saga World reports. I listen to them, every single one you do, and I love it. And you even throw in a dad joke of the week, and that was fun and a groaner. But yeah. What engineers was it, or
Engineers.
Yes.
Engineers.
I was groaning anyways. So, but no, thanks for always holding down the fort on those. And I'm just looking forward to reacting with you. And you actually gave a perfect kind of Mando to Grogu kind of comparison, and that really kind of gives a hint to what we're covering tonight.
Absolutely, it does. And I thought it was perfect for this episode, too, because we are sharing our reactions for the very first time to the recently released The Mandalorian and Grogu trailer that was released. This was we were at Ocala Comic Con the weekend of the 20th and 21st.
Yep, we were.
And we all went home and went our separate ways, and we woke up and started our day on Monday the 22nd to a surprise, which was this incredible trailer for Mando and Grogu, which was quite surprising. I heard rumors that there was one coming out, but I thought it would be a little later than this, to be perfectly honest. But I'll take it, man. This was a great surprise. Minute 35 trailer that only had like 2 words spoken in it.
Yeah.
Never has so much been said with so few words.
That's right.
Almost felt like I was watching Castaway for a moment. No talking.
Yeah.
But fantastic trailer. And they released a fantastic poster as well. So we will wanted to share our reactions and our thoughts to what we saw, break it down a little bit. We'll pick out some pieces that we thought were kind of jumped out at us as interesting, and go from there. So I think the first question we're going to tackle is, and I'm going to toss it to you, David.
Yeah.
What was your first reaction to watching this trailer?
Just fun laughter. This was just a hoot. I've heard some people talk about how this was, really kind of a trailer for the kids, marketed towards the kids. And you know what? My understanding is, and we've kind of seen it a little bit, is the one that they did in April back at Star Wars Celebration Japan was a little bit more for the adults and the action that they showed there. But this, I was just laughing. I love Grogu holding up the telescope, like his little sounds, trying to get food from Sigourney Weaver, swimming. And then, I'm jumping through all of it, but just a lot of fun little clips and shots. And of course, I love Anzellans, and so Baby Grogu with Anzellans is a hit. So that was my first reaction. Just a big smile, laughter. And listen, I'm already in. Let's go.
Oh, well, I think there's no question that we're already sold on this, to say the
Yes.
least. This is something we have been anticipating. We have been waiting for since it was announced. You mentioned the trailer they showed at Celebration, which was a little bit longer than this, but was never released to the public.
Right.
We saw video, like, and then probably a lot of y'all out there saw it too, where somebody had snuck their cell phone in and recorded the screen when they weren't supposed to. Shame on them, but thank you.
It
And
got pulled down pretty quick, too. It got pulled down pretty quick.
yes, but it popped up a couple other places too.
Oh,
So
okay.
it popped up one place, they pulled it down. It popped up somewhere else, they pull it down. So Disney was on it. So it would be up for less than 24 hours before it get pulled down. But in that time, I did manage to watch that one several times. But this one was, and you're right, it's a very distinct trailer to this one. This one, like I said, there's literally only two words, and one is spoken by Mando, and one is spoken by the hut we see in the arena.
Oh,
So, and the hut in the arena basically gave us the answer the response we all had to this trailer, which was yes,
sorry.
which was great.
Yeah.
But fantastic trailer. You getting to see a lot of little funny things with the Azalians, and of course with Grogu. We get to see a glimpse of Sigourney Weaver, which, according to now that we got the trailer out, we've gotten a little bit more information. Her character is actually named. I just saw it and had it written down here. Oh, there it is, Colonel Ward.
Okay.
So she is Colonel Ward. So I'm assuming she is with the New Republic.
All right.
If she's Colonel Ward. 'Cause is there ever? I don't remember. I don't remember a colonel in the Empire.
I don't either. But
So
I thought that she was called Bishop. I don't know. Is she Colonel Bishop Ward? Colonel Ward? I
oh
thought she was called Bishop back when back when Celebration was out. And I don't know. I didn't go back to look at that coverage to see if she said who her name was or not. I didn't play what is it when you have the closed captioning where
yeah,
it'll say Mandalorian saying this, Baby Grogu. So, but no, so I know you're at StarWars.com and it shows Colonel
yeah,
Ward.
yeah. It only shows Colonel Ward. If I will say this, if her first name is Bishop, it'll be priceless, because that is, they're doing that as a nod to Aliens, because that was one of the characters in Aliens that
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
Lance Henriksen's character in Aliens, I believe. So that would be a nice little nod there. But we do get to see her. We get to see a lot of action, a lot of fighting. We get to see some stormtroopers. I know you mentioned the scene with Grogu peeking through the telescope and seeing some stormtroopers down there. But it was a fantastic trailer. And of course, the one thing that, I missed that you caught, and I don't know how I missed it.
Right.
With y'all know me. I eat, sleep, drink, fantasize about Rebels. I do it all. But somehow I missed Zeb in the trailer.
Yeah.
Don't know how I missed that, but Zeb is in the trailer. And of course, what I liked about seeing Zeb in the trailer, once you pointed out, I scrolled through and I found him, is he's fighting.
Right.
He is in the action. He's right in the midst of it. He's got his bow staff. He is fighting. And so which tells me he's going to have some action in this movie, which is, we haven't seen him in action since Rebels. So this will be fantastic. So let's, I've kind of already kind of jumped into picking out pieces of the puzzle that I like here. How about you, David? What were some of the things in this trailer that you enjoyed seeing and that you enjoyed as part of
Oh,
the
sure.
trailer?
Well, one of the first things you and I have to talk about is, what are we calling it? Razor Crest 2.0? Are we call it the new crest? Is it going to be the Razor Crest? It does have some new yellow striping on it. It
Mhm.
does look bigger. Is that N1 Starfighter in the back, someplace? These are all questions I have. And so to see that at the beginning was really, really cool. It does look bigger when you look at it. Do you agree? Does it look bigger to you? Longer in the back too?
It does look a little bit different from the original Razor Crest. I mean, it's definitely something that I think they got some explaining to do.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
we do remember it blowing up, and which means which leads me to two things. One, is this a new Razor Crest, or are we telling a story before it blew up?
Yeah, I would think it's a new one to me, because it really was disintegrated. Remember, the only
Mhm.
piece that he got out was that Beskar spear, right?
Correct, correct. But I'm
Yeah.
saying, is it a story that
Uh,
occurred? Have they stepped back in time to tell a story that happened before the incident? It blew up. The Empire blew it up.
I don't know. Well, I'll say this, and I've heard a few other podcasts, do some coverage of this. But at the very beginning, when you see that the Razor Crest, or in the new one,
Hmm.
you see it going over the water, and then over to the left, I noticed people didn't comment on this, but you can see the New Republic base that we see at the end
Yes.
of season 3. Now, I haven't heard anybody comment on that. So I get a sense that that is a new one, and you see it flying there to that base. Now, like I said, if it wasn't, then I would tend to think that it maybe was a story beforehand. But uh, he,
Yeah.
I tend to think it's a new ship because of seeing that there, and I think they want to do some adventures, and I get a sense that N1 Starfighter's back there. I hope it is, anyways.
Oh yeah. No, definitely. I hope it is too. But then, of course, like you mentioned, that in the Republic base,
Right.
then it's got me asking the question: will we see Carson Teva, or
Uh,
or or uh,
right.
I just
Well, Dave
Dave
Filoni was
Filoni,
in there.
yeah, Dave
Dave
Filoni's
Filoni was in
character,
there. Yeah.
not Axe's Wolves. What was his
I
character's name?
oh god, I'm blanking now.
Oh gosh,
I'll look it up. I'll vamp for a while, but no, like I said, I mean, just seeing that there. Of course, we see Zeb there at that New Republic base, right? It's very tropical. It's kind of got the tent kind of things. You got the name?
Trapper Wolf.
There we go, Trapper
I
Wolf.
knew Wolf was in there.
Right. He was there. Zeb was there. Of course, Colonel Ward, right?
Yep.
Sigourney Weaver. So I do think it's a new ship that they are flying in there. But like you said, they've got some explaining. Like, where did they get the ship? Did Pelimoto help him track down one? That would make sense to me. Pelimoto, or he bought one someplace, or whatever. You could have a lot of fun with this.
Oh, you definitely could. Then it also brings me to wonder. You brought up Pelimoto. Will we see Pelimoto?
I
What
hope so.
what characters that I mean, we've seen a few that we're going to see. We've seen Mando, we've seen Grogu, we've seen Zeb, we've seen Sigourney Weaver's uh,
Ward.
Colonel Ward. Um, but what characters are you hoping to see in this movie that we have not seen a glimpse of yet.
Hmm. Well, definitely. I love her. I do love that actress. What is it, Amy Sedaris? I think,
Mm-hmm.
or I might be messing up her last name, but I was trying to think of other people who've come along the way. Of course, well, oh boy, the big elephant in the room is Carl Weathers. We're not going to
Mm.
probably be able to see him. I don't know that they would have filmed anything before his passing, but the other one that I've heard some people rumoring, it's not going to happen, but Cara Dune. I That would be
Uh,
kind of crazy.
that would
Um,
be fun, but I'm not holding my breath on
no,
that one.
no. What else? What other characters have we seen across the way? I mean, I know that, of course, we've seen Bo Katan and
Hmm.
the Mandalorians. With and him with them. Um, so I don't know. I guess some of those guys. I was trying to think of some other characters that we see throughout the series, season one, season two, season three. I don't, I'm not sure. Who are you thinking? Who would you like to see?
Oh, well, there's you hit a lot of the ones I would want to see. I would love to see. It hurts that Carl Weathers isn't going to be there,
Yeah,
and I'm sure they will do something in honor of Carl. They
yeah,
have done very good when it comes to the passing of somebody at that's been involved in Star Wars. So seeing him there would be cool to
yeah,
see.
yeah,
So I really would like to see that. However they decide to make that nod. Um, it's one of those things that you know some of the Mandalorians we'd like to see back. We'd like to see the
mm,
Armorer. You mentioned Bo-Katan.
right,
Um, you know, honestly, I would like to see a couple of the people on the Imperial side.
oh,
Like I'm blanking on her name, but the character she worked for Gideon, was captured by the New Republic. Then we see her on
oh,
Coruscant, and
yeah,
she's
yeah,
responsible for killing the Doctor.
yeah,
Um,
Persian, yeah,
yeah, I would like to see her come back in
yeah,
at some
yeah,
point, because obviously she's undercover for Gideon,
mm,
based on her actions there. I would love to see, and obviously, we're dealing with Gideon clones,
yes,
is what everybody's assuming, which makes sense in the storytelling from season three.
yeah,
So, I expect to see Gideon, a version
yeah,
of Gideon. Um,
true,
I
true.
I expect to see Thrawn.
Ooh, okay,
I
all
but I
right,
but I expect it to be like the end of the movie.
okay,
You
and
know,
lead
like
into
like
Ahsoka
a
season
like
two.
a yes, like a post credit scene.
No, okay, okay,
I
I'm
I I,
feeling
I can see whatever happens in this movie, however the bad guys defeated in this movie, uh,
yeah,
them
yeah,
limping away, calling for help, and all of a sudden a Star Destroyer arrives, and there's Pelion, and you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
I think that it's the perfect setup for the next season of Ahsoka. It would get people excited.
yeah.
I mean, this is
Well, and we do see the Shadow Council there.
mhm,
Gideon talking to them, of course, Paleon, and if we saw a little bit of them, that would tie in nicely to the end of
yeah,
season three. There, right? Is that
yeah,
yeah?
yeah, season
That
three.
would really flow right into season two. And of course, Dave Filoni has said that the second half of Ahsoka, if it's episodes, the last four is the Battle
Heavily
of
about
Thrawn, right? So I could see it. I'm feeling you that post credit scene.
I would love to
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a great thing. Um, who else I would like to see?
Yeah.
Hera, Chopper, Jason, and
Ooh.
Ezra.
Ooh.
This would be the perfect opportunity to stage the reunion of Ezra and Zeb.
Wow. Wow. Wow, man, now that you're saying that.
The thing is, there's so much they can do in this movie that
Wow.
your imagination's going to run wild. We don't like to speculate. That's why we're throwing out these are things that, what would we like to see? We're not going to speculate what they're going to do. We're just like, these are things we would like to see. We're not saying they're doing it. We have no inside information, but these are things that would be fun. These are things that they could do.
Sure.
And it's, looking at what they've given us, they gave us a trailer designed to make your brain go.
Yeah. Yeah.
You had action, you had laughter, and you only had 2 words spoken. So you literally have no clue what the storyline is.
No, in this one, no, there's no story given away here. No,
not at all. I mean, you see a little bit of action, you see a little bit going on, but you have no clue what the actual story and mission is in this movie. It is incredible opportunity for them to do something awesome. And I just noticed in the article on StarWars.com, it is a new Razor Crest. They're calling it a brand new Razor Crest.
Okay.
So, but this is something that is going to be incredible to take on going forward. Yeah. I mean, I'm just so excited.
Well, and to piggyback off, what you were mentioning there about, Thrawn and sometimes you think about this when we see the stormtroopers, right? In the trailer, they're Imperial, so they haven't transitioned over to first order, right? Because we're in the Mandoverse here. This is post Return of the Jedi. Obviously, we see AT-ATs, the big shot at the end, right? So we see some remnants. Of course, Thrawn has his Chimera Star Destroyer, remnants of that. So we got these. We're not there yet. We're not to First Order, and but seeing the AT-ATs, seeing stormtroopers, right? Imperial stormtroopers, still some remnants there. It kind of helps us, with the time. And I guess the other thing, if we switch over to the poster, we see Mando on what is it, like a walker bike? It almost feels like a Clone Wars era one that you've seen, So it's bringing maybe there's some remnants of the Clone Wars, maybe some gear, some tech still from there, right?
Yep.
And so just I like that. I think, of course, on the poster we see X-wings, right? We see the X-wings, we see the AT-AT walkers on there, we see baby Yoda with the Anzellans, and see Zeb and all that kind of stuff. So. So again, it's cool to see these touch points that we've known from the original trilogy with the stormtroopers, the AT-ATs, and even some Clone Wars stuff in there. So pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it is pretty cool, and there is a lot of things going to happen, and I love how they did the poster. I know you brought the poster up, so let's talk about it.
Yes,
it is a very old school Hollywood style poster. This looks like something I would have seen with. It honestly reminds me a lot of the Gunga Din poster with Cary Grant and all them. Which I can't even remember what year that movie was made, but the way it's designed, the graphics, the font, everything is very, very old school Hollywood action picture. The starring Pedro Pascal as Din Djarin and Grogu as himself.
That's hilarious.
I mean,
it's hilarious.
It is. It's perfect. This is going to be one of those secrets, because he makes his whimpers and his whines and all this. This is going to be one of those things that they're going to carry to the very, very end before they tell us who's doing the whimper and the whining, like they did with Chopper.
Right. Right.
You know, Chopper was
Yeah.
always through Rebels. Chopper as himself. Chopper
Yeah.
as himself. Then in the very last episode, Chopper by Dave Filoni
Yeah.
as Chopper. Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Exactly. Well, and when you look at the font, they changed it from the
Mhm.
traditional Mandalorian font and kind of very Indiana Jones-esque, those
Yes.
posters. I love that. It made me think of the serials that, you and I've talked before on the podcast.
Mhm.
My dad grew up watching Flash Gordon, going every Saturday,
Yep.
watching the serials, seeing the cliffhanger, coming back next week for more, get the Tootsie Roll popcorn. My dad said it was great. So that's what these posters remind me
Yep.
of. Saturday morning serials. That's what they were called. And my dad went to see Flash Gordon, Buck Rogers. Oh my gosh, and this is hitting it. This movie poster. I love it. I love this poster. It's so fun.
Yeah, I will say through all the movies they've done, going all the way back to 77 and
Mhm.
the prequels and the sequels and Rogue One and Solo. This is the best movie poster I've seen them do. I love the others, but there's just something special about this poster that just, it's just very antique.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
one, this is one I would put up in my room.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get this and put it up in the studio.
Oh, definitely.
I got this
Oh,
nice
definitely.
wall right behind me, which I got plans for this wall,
Yeah.
but about 2 feet to the left, there's going to be a blank spot, which it would hang perfectly on.
I see it. Yeah. Well, and here's the thing, classic movie posters really do go with Star
Mhm.
Wars. Even the Clone Wars movie, that came
Mhm.
out in August of 2008. All right. Is that right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes. And, I love that. But this is one, I don't collect the movie posters, collect a lot of stuff,
Mhm.
but I agree with you. This is one I would like to have up on the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some searching for this one, because
Yeah.
the rest of my house is rebuilt, my office is built. I just got putting it. I'm still putting it together. I'm so bad. I've been so lazy when it comes to putting my studio back together. Um, I got the rest of the house done, and I've just been like, I'm done.
I know.
I need a break and I'm done and I just don't want to do it. But this weekend, no matter what, it's getting done. My wife's already told me I got to get the rest of my boxes off the porch. Um, so, so it's getting done this weekend, whether I want to or not.
All right.
But maybe not stuff hung up on the wall yet, but
Yeah.
there's going to be plenty of things to go up on the wall. What is that? Hold on.
What are you seeing? It's Halloween, man. So I don't know if you're seeing stuff,
Hold on. I'll be
ghosts.
right back.
And all right, Aaron is checking something out in the Star Wars Reaction studio, which, by the way, is very cool. He's got these Han Solo dice hanging
I got
from
to
his
take a picture of this. You
microphone.
won't believe me if I don't do it.
Okay, you're taking a picture of it. Okay, so yeah, Aaron's doing something. I will say this as Aaron is doing that. Um, of course, we were at Ocala Comic Con and we got to meet four of the five. I was just saying we got to meet four of the five voice actors, and what I was going to comment on is the movie poster and the clip of Zeb. So Zeb's on the movie poster. It's really cool to see him there. He's in a quick clip in the trailer, and one of the things I was thinking about, I think I was talking to Aaron about it before we hit the record button, was you've got here we are getting these great pictures with Steve Bloom, right,
Yep.
on Sunday, the 21st. The very next day, this trailer comes out with Zeb, his character, and here he is on the movie poster. And I wonder, I don't know if they maybe told him that it was coming out. Maybe he didn't know. Maybe they
He
just,
didn't know.
They
wouldn't have told him.
But it's just cool though, like just to be talking to him and seeing him, and the very next day, boom, he's on the movie poster and in the trailer. So,
So that's what I saw.
Oh my gosh.
It's a toy roach. I just sent you where he was sitting. He was sitting on top of Chopper.
Who put him there?
I have no clue. I literally, I'm sitting there, I look up, I'm like, wait, what the? And all I see is this brown thing sitting on top of Chopper. I'm like, what is on top of my droid?
Was that your wife playing a prank?
It probably most likely was.
Most likely it was, yeah.
Either that or,
Yes.
or it was my oldest when she came home from college last weekend. So
Just to mess with you, yeah.
yeah, just she's good at stuff like that. She's good at it. We used to hide this thing all the time across the house.
Okay.
Just to scare each other. We'd put it in, open a pantry, you'd be there. Open up a
Oh,
box
yeah.
of cereal, it'd be there. Just randomly. I thought it was gone, but apparently somebody found it.
This isn't a Carabas moment. This is a squirrel. We're off on a tangent.
Yes, that's exactly what that was.
So there you go, people.
Definitely off on a tangent. I apologize for that, y'all. But yeah, sorry. I'll post that picture. It'll be in our show notes. I will include it in the show notes on Tumblr because I can't do it can't put it in the show notes on Spreaker or so they show up on Apple, or anywhere else. But I can put them in the show notes on Tumblr, and I will make sure that photo is there for you to enjoy.
Nice.
So it gives you an excuse to stop by our Tumblr page just to see what distracted me. All right, so back to Mando and Grogu, but this is an exciting time with this movie coming out. Of course, we are looking at the movie coming out this coming May.
Yeah.
May 22nd, 2026 is when it is coming out. So be on the lookout for that. We will be watching it, and we will do a special. We'll have to do some kind of roundtable, get some people together, do a roundtable discussion or something. Maybe get all together and I don't know, get together with a bunch of people. And
it'd be fun if we could get Mary and
afterwards.
Chaz, maybe watch it down in Orlando, maybe,
Yeah.
or opening night or something. I don't know.
We'll have to reach out to Jason Brame, see if he can join us, and get a whole bunch of people together in Orlando.
Yeah,
and watch the movie and record a little bit afterwards. So
yeah,
that'll be fun.
Can we talk about the very end, the little stinger at the end of the trailer?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So this I'm just cracking me up with, and I believe it's the woman who does the voice of Babu Freak, right? In The Rise of Skywalker, and you see an Anzellan. I think it's Babu Freak, unless she's the voice of all the little
I don't know.
Anzellans. I'm not sure. We'll find out. But all of a sudden you see this kind of bat-like monster opens its mouth, and Baby Grogu's got like a slingshot. I thought of Ezra, right?
Yeah.
A little wrist slingshot, and meeting Taylor Gray a couple weekends ago, and shoots this green, like almost like slime, like back when we were a kid, like slime, right onto its eyes and covers it. And then you hear little, like I'm gonna say Babu Freak say, "Good shot, baby," and it just cracks me up. I love it.
So we had a little more than 2 words.
Right. Yeah.
But it was, that was a nice little clip at the end just to get you one good laugh before the trailer ended. And it was, we saw a lot of Anzellans in this trailer.
Yeah. Yes.
And we know if we saw them in Rise of Skywalker. Was it Rise of Skywalker?
We saw them in The Rise of Skywalker. And we saw them in season 3.
Yes.
Yes.
So we're seeing them more and more, and of course, makes me wonder how big of a role they're going to play in this, because you see them quite a bit in this trailer.
Yeah, you really do. Yeah, I hope so. I love them. I'm loving them more and more. And in the backstory is, what is his name? Shrew. I'm blocking on his name. He's an Anzellan. He helped to build the Halcyon, the Galactic Star Cruiser. That's kind of the backstory. And I remember in the Marvel comics they showed him. I can see him right now, but there's a little door. There was a door inside the Galactic Star Cruiser. Rest in peace. It closed September 30th, 2 years ago. So, but that little door. I'll find the name. But he was, Manzellin is behind, creating it on Corellia, So Chandrila and Starlines. So, yes.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see because we see a lot of this is something from our past, David. We see a lot of creatures in this.
Yes, yes.
We see the Anzellans. We see, of course, see Zeb, who's a Lasat. We see that snake thing come
Oh,
rising out of the water.
and Amanda Man was his name, right?
Yeah,
In
I believe
Return of
so.
the Jedi.
Yeah, I
Amanda
believe
Man.
so.
Yeah,
We see him. I mean, it's nice to see a lot of alien species showing back up.
yeah. The other one, and I meant to look at it, was when when um when Mando is in the ring fighting, and he's got his, I think, is it some kind of staff or gun around that thing's neck, that long neck. I think that thing is modeled on the Dejeric table. Remember that one that comes over, picks the one up, and throws him down? He has a long neck. I think
Hmm.
this is the live action version of that character um, that we see originally in 1977.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that make sense? You know, the one
Yeah.
that grabs him,
Yeah.
comes over,
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
throws him down? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the long neck, and you see Mando on the back of him
Yep.
and
Yep.
kind of
Sure
riding
do.
him. Yeah, yeah.
It,
Now I have a question.
it is Shrug Drabor.
Shug, I knew. Okay, thank you.
Shug Drabor.
Shug Drabor. There he is. Yep. All right. Mary is going to be so happy hearing this because she was there when we were taking pictures by that door for him. But so I have a question.
Hmm.
The hut that we see in the ring. It looks like Gracchus, the hut from the comics, is like kind of got ripped abs.
Hmm.
But my understanding is someone was saying the name of the actor who's from the TV show The Bear. He does the voice of it, and I think that's supposed to be Rod of the Hutt, right? Uh, uh, Jabba's son that we originally saw with Ashley Eckstein as Ahsoka
Hmm.
and Anakin, right? And they save Rod of the Hutt in the Clone Wars
Yep.
movie. Is that the character? Is that
That. Well, I don't know if that's supposed to be him or not.
okay?
It is. It very well could be.
Hmm.
We won't know until we get either more details about a more detailed trailer or something like that. But Jeremy Allen White supposedly
There
has
it is.
joined the cast as the voice of Jabba's son, Rhoda the Hutt,
There we go.
which got his first introduction, as you said, in Clone Wars.
Remember his nickname? Remember what Ashley called him?
The Stinky,
Stinky. Yeah.
Stinky,
So
Stinky.
Stinky's much bigger now and ripped.
Oh my gosh. If they don't have Rosario Dawson in this as Ahsoka and Rhoda and Ahsoka cross path and she doesn't call him Stinky, say something along the lines of Stinky, you grew up. I will, it will be a huge missed opportunity.
Uh, well, it's a, I don't know if it's a deep cut, but it is, I guess, for us. I mean, maybe for a lot of fans, but we know it though, because
Yeah.
we started with that back in '08, Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
It'd be fun. It would be
yeah.
great.
So it's not confirmed that it's a Rhoda or Rada or Stinky, but we believe it is. We believe
Yeah.
that's, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, supposedly that's the story is that he's playing he has signed on to play Rhoda the Hutt. That's the story that was released. But as for whether or not the Hutt we see in the trailer is Rhoda, we don't know.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because if
Gotcha.
you look at the poster, there are
Mhm.
two Hutts in that poster.
Now, are those the twins from
Well,
season?
that's what I was thinking they were.
Yeah.
They were twins from season.
But maybe not. Season
Close. What? No, they was Book of Boba Fett.
Book of Boba Fett, right?
Book
From
of
Book of
Boba Fett
Boba
is
Fett.
when
Yes.
they were in
Yep.
there.
The twins. Yep.
So
Well, like you said, we'll find out more who
Yeah.
they are and all that. Um, Speaking of the Galactic Star Cruiser, I got to let you know this. Andrew Harrison, who was on that trip with us,
yes,
he and his wife were on it. He sent an article from, I think it's Walt Disney WDW News or something, but it showed a screen capture of that first clip of, I think you see Mando's foot walking in water, and some Disney fan or Star Wars fan flipped it over so you can see it upside up, and you see the Galactic Star Cruiser in the picture.
Really?
Yeah. So it made a lot of us happy that it quick reference to the Galactic Star Cruiser, and blinking you miss it, but someone had did the shot and flipped it, and I was looking at it. Do you see it? Did you find the article?
I'm looking for it now.
Yeah, the Galactic. Yeah. So yes, the Galactic Star Cruiser is referenced at the very beginning of it.
About time.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't know that they'll say anything else, but it's kind of like, it's an ad to ride it throughout the galaxy, in world.
Well, I mean, you have to put in a nod for something like that because it is it was when it comes to Disney projects, there's no, yeah, I'm going to get a lot of slack for this. I'm sorry. It failed miserably. And I hate to say that because I never had the opportunity to do it. So I don't know what the experience was like. And from everything you have told me, Mary, and I've talked to Dan over at CWK and everybody that's been on it, Terry and everybody, it was the most incredible experience ever. At the same time, though, yes, we know it definitely did not.
Yeah.
It obviously did not last. And right now it's being converted into Imagineering offices.
Heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. I know it's heartbreaking, but no. But I just thought it was cool that it was referenced. That was pretty neat. Real quick little nod to it there in the.
Yeah, and you're right. It's a great reference. And the reason I was going where I was going is, even though it was the same I tried to get out, getting all tongue tied because I knew I was going to hear it, is in spite of being just a colossal failure, they're still respected enough to give nods to it.
Yeah.
And to me, that is definitely, that's respect, because there are a lot of fans out there who had the opportunity to go to Galaxy's Edge, the Galactic Star Cruiser and experience it and have a passion for it. And that's a nice nod to them. It's a nice thank you to them for being there and supporting it the way that it. So I love the fact that they included that in because it's acknowledging something that came before that may not have done well. We're not hiding it away like George did the Christmas special, the holiday special. So
that's right.
Which we need to do that this year, dude.
We
need to do that this year. I know we said we were going to do it last year, but then all heck broke loose in my life. But we need to do that. We need to do our for the holiday. We need to do this year. We need to because I have not. And the reason I'm bringing it up, and if y'all didn't listen earlier last year, I mentioned doing this. I have not seen that holiday special, the original one that came out. So we talked about doing a special for the holidays, a special episode where we would release our reactions, and mainly my first reactions to what George was embarrassed to admit ever existed.
Yeah. And what we can do too is I actually bought the DVD of A Disturbance in the Force, the documentary on it, which is actually more enjoyable than the holidays. But the holidays, it's rough. It's rough to watch. You're cringing, and it's so good to see the backstories and how they did it. But A Disturbance in the Force, I think that came out last year, almost a year ago, like last November, December, or around the time that people usually talk about Life Day and stuff like that. But it's a really good little DVD, and so we can kind of I can throw stuff in on that too, and some of the commentary. So so we can look at it.
Yeah, that's all coming down. yeah, so something to come
Yeah.
down the road.
That's right. That's right.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
But let's we take a get start wrapping things up here. I mean, this trailer was just
Mm.
it to me it was icing on a cake from a. I mean, I don't know if I loved it so much just because off the weekend we came off of when it was released, or if I just love it because it's you know but it hit home for me, and it hyped me up even more for this movie than I already was,
Yeah.
and I'm excited. I'm really excited for what we have coming up in May 22nd, 2026. We will definitely be talking more about this, and of course, I would be amiss if I did not send a shout out to Ludwig Göransson and his fantastic music through the trailer as well.
Yeah.
He is returning to score the movie as he's done all the other seasons. So it's nice to hear his touch still continuing in on this story.
Agreed. Well said. Well said.
So, Chris, technically, those were my final thoughts, David. How about you? Any
Yeah.
final thoughts about
Yeah.
Mandalorian and Grogu?
Well, I like how you said it. This came after an incredible weekend with you and the Rebels crew, and I just thought it was such a cool thing to be hanging out with Steve Bloom the day before, and then the next day here he is on the movie, his character, and of
Yep.
course seeing him in action. And I hope to hear a lot of Steve Bloom, see a lot of Zeb in this.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. I was already excited for this. It's perfect. It's great timing. Caps off icing on the cake, like you said, after a wonderful weekend here at Ocala Comic Con, and hopefully we'll be seeing maybe one more trailer, maybe in the spring, maybe I don't know, maybe a few more. I don't know, maybe two more.
I would hope so. I would hope we get a couple more coming
Okay.
up because I can see coming out in May. I can almost see them. What station is the Super Bowl on this year?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to look, but yeah, I could see him doing a big Super Bowl commercial, right?
That or a playoff push,
Mhm.
where they could do that. Yeah, it's definitely something I can see them doing, and seeing where it falls into the mix there,
Yeah.
per se. But it'll be fun.
Yeah, no
It'll
doubt.
definitely be fun. So I got a lot of excitement. So yeah, I do expect another trailer either during the NFL playoffs or the Super Bowl time frame there.
Yeah.
Then probably another one.
Well, probably.
April.
Yeah, probably maybe during the Final Four.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
March
because
Madness.
March Madness,
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
right.
bam, then the thing comes out in May. Yep. Yeah.
There you go. That's kind of what I would expect. And then just a bunch of small 30-second TV spots, hyping it
yeah.
up in the weeks to come,
Oh yeah.
leading up to it. Yeah, I that's tends to be Disney's. In the past, that tends to have been Lucasfilm's go-to for releases like that, is to have those in 5 days,
Yeah.
in 4 days,
Mhm.
tomorrow.
Yeah. That is. Yeah. I think it's to be expected, but I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
So I think it's going to be exciting. And of course, we are going to be with y'all with sharing anything that happens with the Mandalorian and Grogu as we build up to its release May 22nd, 2022. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
So with that, of course, we will go ahead and wrap things up. Of course, we do want to hear from you. What were your thoughts on the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer? You can send it in and let us know what we think there, or what you think there. We'd love to hear from you. You can do that many different ways. Of course, you can hit us up on any of our socials. We, of course, are on Facebook and X at SW Reactions Pod. Instagram, Blue Sky, Pinterest, TikTok, Threads, and YouTube at SW Reactions. You can email us at swreactions at Gmail, Carabas, at swreactions at gmail.com. Or, of course, leave us a voicemail at Carabas, speakpipe.com/Star Wars Reactions.
There we go.
There it
We
is.
got some Kiribati. We got to have some.
You got to have some. You got
Especially
to have
talking about
some.
Zeb. Especially talking about Zeb.
I tell you. That was. I'll never get over that moment in that picture. That will live with me forever.
Yeah.
Choppa sucks. I can't say that.
But he's a war criminal.
I love him, but he's a war criminal. That's why I love him.
It was just great.
Oh, Steve Bloom.
Oh.
I love you, brother.
Well, and then when you and I are walking away, he looks at you and me and he says, in Zeb's voice, don't eat any bad Melo runs.
Yes. Yes, he does.
He was awesome, man. He was awesome.
He was. Oh, so good. So good. Oh, of course, David, if somebody wants to talk Star Wars with you, how would they go about doing that?
Well, I think Twitter X, it's always been the same at David_Motters. And then Instagram at David Motters, or I think just look my name up. I have not done a lot on that. I should be doing more, but like I think Aaron mentioned last week or before, I'm just busy with a daughter who's a senior, and there's a lot of stuff. And at least tonight, I was really happy I had the flexibility to record with Aaron, and we're trying to. And like I said, Aaron is such a good sport and tries to record, each week. We're trying. We're doing our best. We are married. We have 2 kids each, and it's a busy time in our lives. And so, but we've always said family first, and Aaron backs me up on that. I back Aaron up on that, and so just stick with us, and yeah. So Twitter X and Instagram or any of the show socials, and yeah, I'm hoping that Aaron and I can really be more consistent here. Again, after a really difficult span at the beginning of 2025 here, but Aaron's come out the other end, and like we said before, we really needed that weekend at Ocala Comic Con. It really worked out good. So, but yeah, that's where you can find me, and we'll keep recording and having fun.
Absolutely. And because you got it right, I'm going to mess it up. You can still find me. I will be on the opposite end of all of the show socials. That's a tongue twister. Say that 5 times real fast.
Yeah.
Or of course you can always hit me up on my personal X or Instagram at TA Harris 121079. I almost said SW Reactions. I'll be there too, y'all. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. So, well, David, are you ready?
Yeah. Well, I am actually. After having last week off, I was groaning through the interwebs at last week's joke, but I'm ready for this week's Star Wars Dead joke of the week.
So I'm glad you're ready, because I'm trying to figure out which one. I've been debating all afternoon which one of these I want to do.
Okay.
I got 2. Both of them are Mandalorian related.
Okay.
And I'm not sure which one I want to do.
Okay.
I will do this one. But the other one is so good too. Either way, you're going to groan and reach through the computer and slap me. You know what? Let's do this one, and I'll do the next one. I'll do the other one next week. That's how it'll go. So here we go. What do you call a dog owned by the Mandalorian?
I don't know. What do you call a dog owned by the Mandalorian?
Boba Pet.
Oh my. That's so bad, dude. You guys should all see Aaron right now. He's so happy with himself. Oh my gosh, Boba. That is just. I'm
Boba
sorry,
Pet.
folks. I'm sorry, but
What's sad
Well,
is Han Solo's like, Boba Pet, where?
yes, exactly.
Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my lord.
Boba Pet.
All right. Well, I can't wait for next week.
Well, you'll have to just thrive on the goodness of the Boba Pet.
That was
So, all right. Well, with that, everybody, David, my friend, I love it. I love doing this with you. Thank you so much for sharing the mic with me.
yeah. It's fun to This is fun to cover Mandalorian and Grogu trailer and the movie poster. That's fun. It's just fun.
It is. It is just simple fun, simple joy.
That's
The
right.
little things in life that you love. So awesome time tonight. Thank you so much, David. Thank you everybody for listening in. We love y'all. We're praying for you. We thank y'all so much for being there, supporting us and uplifting us the way y'all have. Y'all are the best. Y'all the greatest. We're so happy to have you as our reactions family, and appreciate you more than you will ever know. Remember to do something kind for somebody. There's just so much going on in the world, so much craziness, and a little bit of kindness goes a long way. And be that force for change and do something kind for somebody. Remember, this is your place for elegant discussion for more civilized age.
This podcast is not endorsed by the Walt Disney Company or by Lucasfilm Limited. It's intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. The official Star Wars website can be found at www.starwars.com. Star Wars. All names, sounds, and any other Star Wars related items are registered trademarks and or copyrights of Disney and the respective trademark and copyright holders. All original content of this podcast is the intellectual property of Star Wars Reactions unless otherwise indicated. Star Wars Reactions. Elegant discussion for a more civilized age.